get it, tickets running out quick. Bet it, never getting outbid. Said it, never had to shout it. They said I couldn't never do it, okay, how's this?
Everyone told us that when we're talking to a room full of investors, we should fill our deck with numbers. Good news, we're talking about maths.
We all know that maths is important. We use it every day. It's how we make sense of the world, it's how we make predictions, and it's how we know this presentation will definitely not go longer than 3 minutes.
But communicating this to kids is kind of hard, and instead of seeing kids super excited about a subject that's really helpful for their lives, we're seeing kids that are kind of put off by it.
In fact, 60% of students in the OECD are worried about maths, and they can be as close to home as your neighbor's daughter or your nephew or even your own child.
So it's not actually the maths that's the problem. Time and time again, we've seen kids that are actually really capable of maths, but when you put pen and paper in front of them, they go blank. Children are being held back from their potential because for them, maths isn't just a numbers problem, it's an emotional problem. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Krinn.
We're Polymath, and we're building the future of learning, starting with maths.
So, what should learning look like? Well, there are 3 things that are really important. Learning should be fun, effective, and relevant. Firstly, fun. Fun is kind of like the antidote to the worry that we were talking about. It gives the brain freedom to think again. And it also keeps kids coming back. That's why Polymath is based in a game world where learning and fun are synonymous. Now, if children are choosing to learn, their engagement skyrockets and learning becomes limitless.
But that's not enough, though, because learning actually has to work. Every student learns at their own pace, and what makes sense and what doesn't is unique for every student. Polymath has an adaptive learning algorithm that does just this. It personalizes learning, giving students the right questions at the right time and catching gaps that can grow really quickly.
And if you can't see the point of doing something, it's really hard to trick your brain into doing it. Children struggle to see it, but maths is how we make sense of the world. By embedding learning in relevant scenarios, kids can connect to the purpose of learning. That's why Polymath will have interactive adventures that are based on what kids are actually interested in. If a child is interested in building, why not present learning in this context?
So that's Polymath. It's a learning experience with relevant adventures wrapped up in a game world and powered by AI, where being good at the game and being good at maths are the same thing. So where are we up to with all of this?
Well, 3 months ago we launched our MVP, a maths practice game for 6 to 10-year-olds that is fun and effective. And since then, we've grown from 0 to over 2,500 students playing our game every month. And our approach is B2B to C, so that's students in the classroom and in the home.
We've had astronomical amounts of love and excitement for our app. Penny told us just a few weeks ago that her kids have been pestering her every day to play Polymath since she started using it with them in the classroom. And Penny is just one of hundreds of Polymath parents and teachers. Polymath has successfully become the circuit breaker for kids worried about maths. It's stopping that brain blank, and it's helping kids re-engage again. So what's next?
Well, the truth is that the average 8-year-old child spends about 5 hours a day on screens. That's doing things like watching TV, playing video games, and browsing social media. We're going to get into this time, giving kids an option that is just as fun, but screen time that parents can feel good about.
At the end of last year, we closed our oversubscribed pre-seed, and in 12 months, we'll be raising again. This QR code lets you sign up for Polymath Beta, but also allows you to join our mailing list. If you felt inspired by any of the missions that you've heard tonight, scan it.
If you want to see kids more engaged with their learning.
If you want better access to medical breakthroughs.
If you like the sound of spirits made in days instead of decades.
If you are moved by a mission that reduces tons of ocean waste.
Or you like the sound of any of the startups that you heard today from these incredible founders.
Join our journey too, because none of this happens without maths.